I'll bring him to the bench and put it on the record. Up here. So. Ready?
I reviewed the score sheet and the history record that Mr. McCourt has provided us with my client, and he's ready.
All right. Is there any legal reason why sentence cannot be imposed today?
No, Your Honor, may I approach the copy of the score?
Yes, sir. All right. And Mr. McCourt, do you have any argument or testimony to present?
I'll have brief comments, Your Honor. There are 3 people present who wish to make statements to the court.
All right, you may proceed. Do you raise your right hand, ma'am? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Tina Robinson.
All right, go
I'm the
ahead.
mother of Benicia Robinson.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to tell the judge today, ma'am?
I'm up here to say I'm so glad I got justice for my daughter, Benicia Robinson.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, ma'am.
Benny Robinson, Jr.?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the courthouse. I'd like to start off by thanking you, Judge. Thanking everybody in here, all the officers that have spent their time with this case. Detective Scallop, Chief Graham, everybody at OPD, everybody that supported my mom and dad, that supported me. I'd like to thank you, because we can't get time back. If I had one word to describe my sister, it'd be perfection. And she was perfect in every way. And at 5 years old, I knew she was good. Like, I wanted more siblings. Like, I needed more siblings, because if it was just me and her, it was going to be tough. And she was really the only person that challenged me with anything. I mean, she was a female that played baseball. She'd do schoolwork, not even try. I mean, frustrating, very frustrating for me. And my father, in 2014, he wrote something, and he was very happy, very proud of his children. My sister was going to play at Palm Beach State, basketball, softball on scholarship, and I became a professional athlete, professional baseball. And in 2015, that all that came crumbling down on my family. And it's hard to understand, but I mean, like I told y'all, she was perfect. And why wouldn't God want something perfect beside him? And again, I thank everybody. And just to address the black community, like, please, 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 please. Just because your mother and father are convicted felons, just because you don't have a silver spoon in your mouth, there's other ways out, like, I promise. Like, you can go to school, you can get degrees. We don't have to keep killing each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Benny Robinson, Sr.?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Y'all bear with me for a moment. I'm going to tell a little small story. My brother had a daughter a year before my daughter was born. And I always used to pick at him because we wanted to hang some more, but he wanted to get home to his daughter. And I always wondered why that was. And he told me as soon as I have my daughter, I would understand. In 1995, my daughter was born, and I made her a promise as I was holding her when I first saw her. And I told her that I always I'll always be there for her. And in 2015, you proved me wrong. I was not there for my daughter. I had always been there for my children their whole lives because I can fix things. But I can't fix that night. Even though I know it's the right thing to do. Somebody asked me a week ago if it meant for me to get to heaven by forgiving you, would I? And I told them they might as well open up the gates of hell because it'll never happen. You got a lot of people to thank because I'm not the person that's sitting over there where you at. Because September 13th, 2015, there was nobody that was going to stop me. But I made a promise. And because of that promise, we did receive justice. So while you sitting in jail, in prison, I want you to think about Benitria Robinson, the beautiful young lady that you took from her family and her friends, and her loved ones. That's all I gotta say, George.
Thank you, sir. Any other witnesses?
Does anybody else here wish to make a statement? No, Your Honor. If I have comments, Your Honor, would now be the appropriate time?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know Benitria Robinson. I've gotten to know a lot of people who did, and she seemed like a wonderful young lady. I'm sorry that her family suffered the loss that they did, but I'm happy that we could be here today having one of the people responsible about to be sentenced. The state will ask the court to impose a sentence of life imprisonment for Mr. Smith. And though it's out of the court's hands, we hope Mr. Smith lives a long, long time in prison. So long that he forgets what it ever felt like to be free. But not so long that he forgets why he's there.
Ms. Hawthorne?
Your Honor, my client's sister, Lakeisha, would like to address the court.
Yes, ma'am. Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
September 13th, 2015. No, I wasn't there. Only God knows what truly happened. No, we can't take back the incidents. We know a young lady died. We know other individuals were hurt. I think each and every individual that is sitting here, my brother, if they can take back that day and do things different, I'm pretty sure God knows he would. I know a lot of people may look at my brother, nickname Gene. I gave him because I have two brothers named Michael. And we was like, what are we going to call him? And I was like, call him Eugene. I know people may look at him and say, oh, he has tattoos, and oh, he's a thug, he's in a gang. But if you truly knew who Michael Smith was, as one of the witnesses stood on the stand, the state may say justice was served, but God knows the truth. They may say he's a bad person, but I'm pretty sure if you ask majority of the population that hangs around Michael, They'll tell you that same day that, as the witness gave in her deposition, he was laughing. He was joking. We always say, we laugh and joke because we say he's a pretty boy because that's just Eugene. He likes to have fun. Some people may think, oh, he's smirking, but that's just him. That's his human nature. I know deep down inside, I know words cannot say, words cannot bring back Miss Benitria. We know that. God knows we know that. At the time that Miss Benitria died, Michael, my brother, was also 19. We know the Robertsons family. We have videos where they came on my grandmother's and grandparents' residence for family reunions. Mrs. Robinson, as they call her, Tiki, she calls my aunt a sister. So that lets you know we're not a distant family. Her family knows my family. So Eugene and Benitria went to Forest High School. She played basketball and other sports. My brother played football. Unfortunately, things happened. All I can say is on my side of the family, we do apologize. We can't bring back, nothing can bring back your daughter. And I know Benitria's father said that someone asked him if he wanted to get to heaven, would he open up his heart and forgive? I thank God that we don't serve man. I thank God we serve a God that sits high and looks low. Because at the end of the day, even though you guys want to give him, my brother, 25 years to life, and you hope that he has a long life, I serve a God that works things out, and he has the last so. So once again, we apologize because it's not a win-win situation. They lost their daughter who will never come back, and of course my brother is facing up to life. All I want to say is sorry, and let's just, and as Benitria's brother said, we have to do better in our community. I never thought I'd be standing here pleading for my brother's case. I don't know who finalizes the time or the sentencing, but Michael Smith is not this thug, this wannabe causing chaos. He's a kid. A big kid is what I call him. Still have life. And unfortunately, like I said, we can't change what happened. But we just ask God to just have mercy. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, Janice Porter, Michael's mother, would like to address the court.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I'm hurting right now because that's my baby boy. Like my daughter just said, that I'm sorry for the loss of that daughter, just like a loss of my son. Especially when you knowing that your son innocent. And I know my son innocent because I didn't raise my kids. I got 7 kids. And I thank God that I was there for my son and my daughters. But I'm just asking y'all to just have mercy. Just have mercy. I sat here, I've been in this court day every day since this trial been going back and forth and back and forth. And I heard different statements, getting a mixed match of my son. And I don't understand. How can my son come to be guilty when I know you're not guilty? I'm not crying just to make y'all think to feel sorry for me. I'm sorry, feel sorry for my son. But it's just a love that I have for all my kids, not just my kids. I love everybody. Lord knows I love everybody. And I believe these folks right here, if they work inside the jailhouse, they probably heard them say, they call me mom because I know that their parents not there, but I always try to make a way to try to help everybody. But I just ask you to have mercy on my son. Oh my God, have mercy, Jesus. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. Many days I could go back. My son born January 1395. And I remember the days when my father and my mother was living. We had family reunions and stuff. And Tiki and my sister supposed to be sisters. And so it's not like, you know, we didn't know them. And I just pray to God that this not over with yet. Because I know it's not over with. Because I know God gonna make a way. He gonna make a way for my son. My son, y'all. Because y'all might saw him over there with a smile. He get it from his mama. Because I always smile. It's not nothing thinking that somebody not taking a joke. Because I have people say, I don't know when you sad or not sad because you always got a smile on your face. And it's just something. And Lord knows I love you, Eugene. Lord knows I love you. Everything gonna be all right. It gonna be all right. And I know that you innocent. I know you innocent. I don't know what else. It's because my son is a good son, a good boy. That's my baby boy. And you know, kids are gonna be kids. But my son, I don't see my son doing that to that cloud nine. And I used to, when about 2010 or 2011, I'm be honest, I used to go to that same club. It is a dark area back there where you can't see or whatever. And it's hard to see or whatever. Lots of guns don't been shot out there to that building or whatever. Because I used to go to that club before my son even went to that club. And a lot of things happened out there and stuff. But I'm just saying that I don't really know about the sentence of life or what, but I'm just asking for mercy, that my son could be able to come home one day. And I know he coming home. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, Lord knows. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you, Eugene, but it's gonna be all right. Because one thing about it, I've been beside the side all this time. Ain't gonna never leave you. Sorry for the loss, y'all. But until you get proved, I hope y'all find y'all justice one day. Because my son right there ain't got no involved in that crime scene what happened September the 13th. And that's for real. Me and you met in the court a couple of times. And my son was innocent. You might feel good because you consider my son is guilty, but not. Because I'm coming back. It's not over with. Because I'm back in court again. Amen.
Anything else?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any comments, Ms. Hawthorne?
Yes, sir, I apologize.
Arthur Kendrick,
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I just want to say a little bit. That's my brother. I love him to death. But he ain't no bad person. I wasn't born, raised, but I know them. I went to school with some of them cousins. I know BJ. We played together. Our house right here, we'd be behind their house playing basketball, riding four-wheelers. But I don't think my brother, he won't do nothing to y'all family. Y'all were like family to us. There was a lot of people out there that night. We don't know who was shooting out there. It's a bunch of he say, she say. I'm sorry for the loss. She was like a stepsister to me. I know BJ for a long time. We played together. I don't think my brother will hurt your family like that. You know how much you love your kids. You always had nice cars, big dogs. You was fun. I looked up to you. We were sitting side by side one time. When I caught my DUI back, when you were like this, I looked up at you. I still look at you. I respect you because I have a daughter. And I want to have my daughter. But I know what my brother, he looked at you too. Be sorry for the loss again. I just ask the Lord to have mercy on my brother. I wish y'all could have took time and looked deeper in the case, because I look at it, it's a bunch of he say, she say. One people saying that he was in black and orange. One man saying that he was in a white tank top. So it's like a bunch of he say, this is life. Only got one life. I just ask the Lord to have mercy. That's my brother. And I love y'all like family too. I have a daughter. I wouldn't have that happen to my daughter. I love yours just like I love you. I got 3 daughters. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody hurt my daughter. But you wasn't there that night. Like you said, if you was there that night, you would be there. But you don't know what happened. None of us was there. So we don't know what happened. We just going off of he say, she say. But Your Honor, I just have mercy on my brother. I ask the Lord the same thing. Give him another time to live a life again. It ain't all about just being behind bars all the rest of your life. It's about living and trying to make the best and try to help the community. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry for the loss again. I love you, brother. Keep your head up. I love you. That's all I got to say.
Ms. Hawthorne. Mr. Smith, do you have anything to say before I impose sentence? All right. Michael Eugene Smith, as I indicated earlier, a jury having found you guilty of murder in the second degree with a firearm and 5 counts of attempted murder in the second degree with a firearm, you are hereby adjudicated guilty. On count 1, murder in the second degree with a firearm, you will be sentenced to life in prison. There will be a 20-year minimum mandatory imposed pursuant to the 1020 life statute. On count 3 of the information, charging you with attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, you'll be sentenced to 30 years in the Department of Corrections, and that will carry a 20-year minimum mandatory term pursuant to the 1020 life statute. The sentence in count 3 will be imposed concurrently with the sentence in count 1. As to count 5 of the information, charging you with attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, for which the jury found you guilty, you'll be sentenced to 30 years in the Department of Corrections. That will carry a 20-year minimum mandatory term. Count 5, the sentence in count 5 will be imposed consecutively to the sentence in count 3, but concurrent with the sentence in count 1. As to count 6 of the information, charging you with attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, you will be sentenced to 30 years in the Department of Corrections with a 20-year minimum mandatory term. The sentence will be consecutive to the sentences imposed in counts 3 and 5, but concurrent with the sentence imposed in count 1. As to count 7 of the information, you will be sentenced to 30 years in the Department of Corrections with a 20-year minimum mandatory term pursuant to the 1020 life statute. That will be consecutive to count 4, count 5, and count 3, but concurrent with the sentence imposed in count 1. As to count 8, again, charging you with attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, and the jury having found you guilty, you're sentenced to 30 years in the Department of Corrections. That term carries a 20-year minimum mandatory term pursuant to the 1020 Life Statute. Count 8 will be consecutive to count 7, count 6, count 5, and count 3, but concurrent with the sentence imposed in count 1. You'll be ordered to pay a $1,000 fine, plus all mandatory court costs and statutory surcharges. You will be ordered to pay $100 in costs of prosecution, $100 toward the costs of your defense. You will be ordered to pay the $50 fee associated with the application that led to the appointment of your counsel. You're going to be fingerprinted today, and if necessary, a DNA sample collected. Good luck to you. How much credit does he have? All right. No, ma'am. You can make that arrangement at the jail. Has he been in since the arrest?
Since October 27th.
15?
Yes, sir.
Okay. October 27th. Be 772 days today. All right, to be given credit for 772 days that he served in the jail.
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask that the court find my client is indigent and remains indigent for purposes of appeal.
All right.
And I will be submitting paperwork for costs to prepare the appellate record and to perfect his appellate rights.
The court does find,
Over to the public defender's office.
the court does find that Mr. Smith is indigent, appoints the Office of the Public Defender for appeal once the appeal is perfected, and advises that Mr. Smith has 30 days to appeal.
Yes, sir.
And I know, Ms. Hawthorne, you know this, but your responsibility continues through the filing of the notice and the necessary appellate documents. Thank you. We'll be in recess on this case, awaiting a verdict in Mr. King's case.